You believe you see the world through two eyes. You trust the symmetry of your face, the binary perspective of your vision. But deep within the cold, silent geography of your skull, there is a biological ghost, a witness to a time before humanity. Hidden in the center of your brain, encased in the diencephalon, lies the pineal gland. Science calls it a regulator of sleep, but the truth exhumed from the red mud of the Cambrian period is far more disturbing. Your brain is hiding a dead eye. To understand this anatomical horror, we must travel back 518 million years to the Chengjiang fossil site in Yunnan, China. There, beneath layers of ancient sediment, researchers exhumed a secret we were never meant to remember. They found the remains of two ancestral creatures, Milik and Mingid. These are the earliest known vertebrates. They are the primary blueprint of every creature that possesses a spine. They are your first fathers, and they were monsters of vision. Under the cold, clinical gaze of the electron microscope, researchers found something that defied evolutionary biology. We expected two lateral eyes, but as magnification increased, four dark spots emerged on the crushed, carbonized skulls. Two large lateral eyes, and two smaller central eyes staring up from the abyss of 500 million years. At first, the scientific community hesitated. Perhaps these were nasal openings, or artifacts of fossilization, but biology does not lie. The microscope revealed melanosomes, pigment-producing cells, identical to those in lateral eyes. Even more chilling was the discovery of an archaic crystalline lens. These were camera-style eyes, capable of forming images. Imagine Milik and Mingids drifting through the silt-choked waters of a world that would feel like an alien planet. Lateral eyes scanned for predators, while central eyes looked upward, watching distorted shadows of a surface they'd never reach. They saw a world in 4 dimensions of perspective, a panoramic nightmare of survival. But why did they need them? Professor Jakob Winther notes, these central eyes provided a field of vision far broader than anything we can comprehend. They were an adaptation to a world of total vulnerability. Small, primitive filter feeders at the mercy of a violent ecosystem. In the Cambrian Ocean, to see was to survive. To see more was to exist for one more day. But as our ancestors crawled out of the mud, as tetrapods landed, the architecture of the skull began to close. The world above water was different. The sun too bright. Overhead perspective became a biological burden. The central eyes were swallowed. In a slow, agonizing process of atrophy that lasted hundreds of millions of years, the two central eyes retreated. They were pushed back by the expanding diencephalon buried under the growing gray matter of the cerebral cortex. In some survivors, like the tuatara lizard, this organ remains just beneath the skin, a third eye perceiving light and shadow. But in humans, the process went further. It became a clinical liquidation of function. The two eyes fused, atrophied, transformed. They lost their lenses, their ability to form images. They became the pineal gland, a pinnacle-shaped mass the size of a grain of rice. This is what the article reveals with rigorous, cold precision. The pineal gland and our lateral eyes share the same genetic base. Your third eye isn't a metaphor, it is a literal, physical eye that has been blinded by the very brain that was supposed to protect it. Consider the irony of your existence. You use your two lateral eyes to navigate your digital world, to read these words. But the blind watcher in your brain still functions in a way that should keep you awake at night. It no longer sees where things are, but it sees when they are. By producing melatonin, it dictates your sleep cycle. This dead eye is the only part of your body that truly perceives the passage of time. It is your internal clock, a vestigial organ that remembers the cycles of a Cambrian sun that set 500 million years ago. When you close your eyes at night, the blind eye wakes up. It begins its chemical work, plunging your consciousness into dreams. Some have speculated it's the seat of the soul, a gateway to higher reality. Science tells us something much darker. It is a biological graveyard, a reminder that we are built upon the ruins of creatures that saw things we can no longer see. We have traded a wider field of vision for the safety of our internal darkness. The Milik and Mingids needed 4 eyes. Their world was a theater of constant, visible death. We buried those eyes because we prefer the illusion of being alone in our heads. But are you ever truly alone? The study concludes that for camera-style eyes are an ancestral trait of all vertebrates. This means the blueprint of your body is rooted in a 4-eyed monstrosity. Every time you feel a phantom pressure in the center of your forehead, or a dream feels vivid, it is the blind watcher trying to form an image. It is the melanosomes of a 518 million-year-old ancestor trying to make sense of a world they can no longer perceive. We are living biological museums. Our bodies are not perfected machines. They are collections of repurposed parts. The avatar creatures of Pandora, with their multiple eyes, aren't a fantasy. They are a memory of our past. We are the ones who are deformed. We are the ones who have been diminished. As we peel back Earth's crust, we find more inconvenient truths. Our history is not a straight line of progress, but a series of losses. We lost our gills. We lost our tails. And we lost the ability to see the world as it truly is, a panoramic, multi-dimensional horror. So, the next time you look in the mirror, don't just look at the 2 eyes. Think about the dark space between them. Think about the grain-oversized organ resting in the shadows of your diencephalon. It is still there. It is still watching. It is the eye that never blinks because it no longer has eyelids. It is the watcher that sees only the time you have left. The Milokanmingids are not dead. They are tucked away inside your skull, waiting for the lights to go out so they can remind you of what you used to be. You think you are the master of your vision, the king of your perspective, but you are just a tired survivor, living in a tomb built for four. Welcome to the reality discovered by John Kong and Vinther, a reality where your own anatomy is a fossil, a reality where you are never truly in the dark, because something inside you is always looking up, searching for a sun that has been cold for 500 million years. Stay strange, while you still have a brain to do so. The blind watcher is waiting, and it remembers everything you've forgotten.